Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the Home Weather Office on this Thursday morning. It's the 26th day of October 2023. This is the morning briefing coming to you from my Home Weather Office. And as I look out the window of the Home Weather Office, it's foggy. Another one of those mornings I can't see past the driveway. And it's not that long. A lot of fog on the east side of the valley, the lower foothills. It's a relatively thin band, and it will be gone shortly. So if it's foggy where you are, we'll get back to sunshine. In the wake of that little bit of rain and snow we had yesterday, it basically kind of went along as the models thought. Like the models did an okay job. We had that slushy couple of inches of snow in the Sierra, just enough for chain controls. And most valley spots missed the rain. Sacramento downtown only picked up 0.01. Grass Valley picked up around 1/4 of an inch. Blue Canyon about 1/3 of an inch. So it basically kind of went along as about the models were saying yesterday. But all of that is now behind us, and now we do have mainly clear skies. It's funny, the satellite at the time I record this around 8:30, there's not enough sunlight on it yet to get a good visible image. That'll get fixed when we change the clocks in about 10 days. But there is a little ribbon of fog right here. It's kind of tough to tell. It's more visible down here, down toward the Fresno and Bakersfield area. But that little layer of fog that will burn off. There's a bit of a north wind keeping the west side of the valley clear, and that'll also help to scour this out as we go through the morning. So let's take a look at the big picture and show you what's happening now and what's going to happen over the next few days. So there's the little trough that went through the day yesterday, and behind it, the flow turns, well, it's still troughy, and with that, we'll see some clouds come through the area during the day tomorrow. But we will stay dry, and then in the wake of that low going by during the day Saturday, we'll get some north wind. Yeah, Saturday's going to be a windy day. Now, I just checked with the PG&E website, and their 7-day forecast does not call for any power shutoffs, but this is certainly the sort of case where the winds are going to be strong enough and offshore that we will be seeing the conditions that in the past have given us public safety power shutoffs, PSPS, but right now PG&E not calling for any of that, mostly because I think we have enough fuel, enough moisture in the fuel. There's enough water in the fuel that they aren't considering fire conditions to be that bad right now. This is into the day Sunday. The winds will begin to ease, and then into next week, the weather looks quiet, and this is Halloween. Weather looks good for Halloween, and it's beyond that things might be changing. I'll get back to that here in just a second. I do want to focus a little bit on the wind, and I'll pick it up during the course of the day today, and move the map up just a little bit. So today we'll have a north breeze, nothing too gusty, and then during the day on Friday, the winds are light and variable. Light south wind. For those of you that don't know, so what these are wind barbs, and I know it just kind of looks like a line with a little thingy on it. Well, so this is pointing into the wind, and this little barb right here means the wind's at 5 miles an hour. I'll give you a better example of a better wind here in a second, so you can read it a little bit better. But this is the wind during the day on Friday, and then we'll get into the day on Saturday, and you'll see everything switch around. All right, this is Saturday. See how these wind barbs now are from the north, and you see this one, like right here, this one has 2 longer lines with it. So this one right here has a short line with it. That's 5 miles an hour. When the lines are longer, each one of those is 10 miles an hour. So that would mean that right here you have a 20 mile an hour wind. And the color coding on here is for wind gusts. And right now, this one is showing Fairfield, a wind gusting of 31. And this is into the day on Saturday, 35. And these areas highlighted in here in the areas of Yolo County, especially toward the Dunnigan Hills where it gets quite windy, and down toward Woodland, Knight's Landing, and farther to the north, we will be seeing that north wind, the classic sort of north wind pattern, and that continues into Saturday night, as well as the strong downslope wind. This is one of those cases where that downslope wind really gets into some of the canyons, especially along the Feather River Canyon and up in the Tahoe Basin, up toward the Hellhole Reservoir, Loon Lake. They also tend to get quite quite windy in a case like this. This is Saturday night, and this is, notice these areas highlighted in this darker color. There is a scale over here that shows that these are winds gusting maybe over 40 to 45 miles an hour, and that's in the hills of Napa County, as well as parts of Yolo and Solano County. So it is going to be quite windy, but in parts of the valley, but that will all diminish during the day on Sunday. And by Sunday afternoon, the winds go flat. That's probably our biggest weather concern in the short period, is some of the wind that we're going to see on Saturday. All right, let's talk about my favorite chart here. Let's see, make sure we're on the right one. Nope. I'm going to go back to the 6Z because the 6Z is complete. All right, let's take a look at the precipitable water across the Pacific. So to get your bearings here, this is California. This is Alaska and the Aleutians. So this is looking at the water out here in the Pacific, atmospheric water, if you will, and separating dry areas like we're in right now from the moisture. And this is a good chart to look at because you can see where moisture is trending. And with, let's say this is Friday, so I mentioned the fact that we're going to have a few clouds. Well, there's a good amount of moisture coming off the Pacific that'll stream some high clouds across the area, but the moisture doesn't make it inland. Instead, we have that dry air. And then with the north flow on the weekend, the air is very, very dry. Precipitable water of 1/10 of an inch. That's nothing. I mean, out here it's 1.5 inches. So very, very dry air over the weekend with the north winds. And we stay very dry into Monday. And for everyone concerned about Halloween, Halloween looks fine because the air is going to be so dry. There may be some clouds coming our way. All right, now watch this area right in here. Now, I'll caution you that what we're looking at here is just one model run. This is the 6Z run of the GFS. And as we get, this is next Thursday, and then this is Friday. This looks really good. So this is a week from Friday, the November the 3rd. That's a classic atmospheric river right there. Classic AR. Long fetch of moisture coming straight across the Pacific on a nice jet stream. Low out in here, at least a trough, helping to power it along. So yeah, that looks really good. And let me show you the way the surface maps show that. And again, I'm just going to show you that we're just talking about one model run that's a week away, and anything can happen to this. But let's just say this is going to be our next chance of rain. This is next Thursday, and then this is next Friday. So yeah, that looks really nice. And we could see some rain last into next Saturday. All speculation at this point, but the bottom line of that is that up until next Thursday or Friday, we are likely to stay dry. But there is a chance of rain next Friday and into next weekend, but a lot of things can happen between now and then. So in the short term, yeah, the weekend going to be pretty gusty, especially on the west side of the valley, less so in the foothills than on the east side of the valley and the San Joaquin Valley. And cool, yeah, overnight lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s to around 70. Cool, at least for this time of year. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. It is Thursday. That means there will be a Facebook live chat tonight at 8 o'clock. And of course, I'll be in suit and tie and on TV tonight at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. All right, I'll talk with you later. Make it a great day.